This is Gary Atencio with CNTV, and today we're in Denver, Colorado. I am here with Denver Pictures. Since 2017, this company has produced virtual, audio, and ebook products while they are currently in pre-production for their virtual reality film. I am joined here with the co-owner, J.Michael Whittington. Thanks so much for joining us here today.
Thank you for having me.
I'm going to start off a little bit about yourself. I mean, quite honestly, you're a man of many titles: film and music producer, director, TV engineer, and filmmaker. Share with me a little bit about what brought you to Denver and how Denver Pictures came to be.
Well, my whole life I always wanted to be into film. And so I did get a chance, opportunity of a lifetime, to work in a TV station. And so I came from a small town, Grand Junction, worked at both local stations, KJCT and KRDO. Then they moved me over to Colorado Springs, got laid off because the industry changed and the TV station changed. So I decided that I'm going to fulfill my passion, got with a couple other people who got laid off, and we started to build this company. And so I built Denver Picture in 2017. Right now it's me and a co-founder, Rick James.
That is excellent. I mean, with the launch of Apple's Vision Pro this year, we continue to see many advancements in virtual reality. Share with our viewers why VR is here to stay and probably continues to be popular.
So this is something I've been studying really strongly about. So yes, Apple did come out with theirs, but the one that's really getting the biggest push is Meta, and there are other ones out there for businesses. And I noticed that a lot of people, they want a different entertainment. Long time ago, when movies first came out on the screen, television was something new. So they had to change in movies. They had to get that wider screen format to get people out of the house, to get them back into movies. So I think that's what's happening in the industry again. Now that people can sit at home, they got their surround sounds and their big screen TVs, now we have to produce something that will bring people something new that they bring out. And this is something that's kind of like between like when television first came out, I can see video on TV, and with what the industry is trying to do to entertain, I want to bring that world together by saying, how can I bring a new entertainment to people who are advancing to this new technology?
Always evolving, never changing. Many are familiar with VR games, but probably never have even heard of VR movies. Are movies coming soon to VR reality?
Well, that's one thing that's new that we're bringing to the forefront, because right now a lot of people haven't really pushed that way in the industry. They're kind of like so set on the old school of way things are. And so, I do believe that is the next point, and me and my partner decided that we want to be the first to really push this and make this a reality and have to be the forefront on this whole opportunity.
They say this technology is expected to have a significant impact on the future of filmmaking. Is that something you would agree with, and why do you think it will?
It already has an impact. First of all, is that a lot of your special effects they're using this technology that's making things look so realistic that we're having a hard time distinguishing in our movies between what's fantasy or live action and what's done digitally. It's just getting more and more and more advanced in the industry.
The blending of those two, a person can't even see anymore, and I don't even realize when it happens. I mean, as with any new endeavor, there are challenges to overcome. Is the high cost of equipment a challenge in producing high-quality VR content?
In a sense, yes and no. Yes, it is, because we have to keep up with it. But I believe in the long run with the VR and the capability, a lot of things we're cutting out that you had to do with the old school, with the special effects and with the stunt doubles and all this stuff. You can be able to have a smaller crew, and you can be able to produce in single locations and everything. So it does make it a lot more easy on the production, but yes, the equipment on itself is expensive, but that's the first upfront fee. The rest starts bringing it back down to a very affordable wage.
So you can pull away from some resources you needed before, put them in a different area in that way. I mean, a state-of-the-art virtual studio is really what you're creating. How is a virtual studio much different than that of a traditional movie set?
So one thing is different about it is that you're putting the actor in the actual environment.
Okay.
So like if you just, the old way we used to do it with the green screen and all that stuff, you have a little stick and tell the actor, oh, you know, this is a dinosaur, pretend, and they had to use their own imagination. With the VR technology, we're going to be able to put the actor in that world. They'll see the dinosaur and they will react to what the audience sees. They're also reacting to, giving more a realistic viewpoint.
I mean, you are currently in pre-production for the VR film Moons Over Terra. Share with us how that idea came about.
So when I met with Rick and we were working on doing a production together, which didn't go through at the time, that we decided that we wanted to do something different. And he was always looking online, looking at all the VR stuff, and he says, you know what, let's try to see what we can do with this. Let's see if we can raise some money and be able to make an actual VR equipment. So we've been doing this last few years, just studying the technology, looking into it, seeing what we need to do, and seeing exactly how we can make this a reality.
Excellent. Share with us, what will this film be about, and what do you hope, when do you hope it'll be completed?
So this film is a fantasy, sci-fi fantasy, because that's what we're focusing on. We figured that would be the best way to bring the VR in the world. So it's about four teenagers who end up in a fantasy world and everything where magic is science and science is magic, and they have to battle, you know, an evil king and his forces and everything. So I think it's definitely for a family-based, and kids and adults can enjoy it together. What was the second part of the question? I'm sorry.
I mean, has the storyline kind of evolved, would you say, from when you guys first started?
Oh, yes, it definitely had to, because we had to gear it towards our VR production. So, yes, it definitely has changed. And we are planning on, as soon as we raise the funds, we want to be shooting this spring. That's what we are putting together. So I do have an Indiegogo campaign that we're trying to raise the money through.
I mean, no longer will consumers settle for watching a movie alone, but you will be able to experience the 3D world in a film really in real time along with other people. Kind of explain that for my viewers, what that would look like.
So it'd be like kind of like a theme park kind of thing, you know,
Okay.
where the viewers will be in the action and they will be able to kind of see everything that's going on in the world and just kind of feel like you're really in that world.
This film is set on the moon. Like you said, it follows a group of teenagers, is that right?
Yeah, well, it's actually a fantasy world. It's called Moons Over Terror, but it's actually on a different planet that they end up on, in a different reality.
So let me ask you, will some of the images be of that planet? I mean, stunning images that some people are going to be drawn to, you think?
Oh, yeah. We've already been working on that, and we have a lot of images that we already put together.
It's exciting. As we said before, VR can be expensive. What are some of the products you make available that will actually fund this VR movie production for you guys?
So far what we're doing is we're creating a store that we can sell merchandise on. I'm going to get that up and going here shortly. We also, I have music that I put together that helps promote, that people can listen to, that you can get on all the platforms. So we have a soundtrack there. So those are different ways that we're trying to raise some money. And then, of course, the Indiegogo and a GoFundMe campaign has been put together to help also with the sources.
Many ways people can support you out there. Is the best way to stay in touch with you via social media or your website, would you say?
Yeah, the best way is through social media. I am on LinkedIn, also I'm on Facebook, and so those are probably the easy ways to contact me.
Excellent. Michael, your love for writing psychological thrillers and drama and your passion for dinosaurs and sharing all things really Jurassic World has led you to a film that you believe will be a groundbreaking experience for VR viewers. Is this rewarding work for you and your partner?
Oh, yeah, this has been a dream. You know, yes, Jurassic Park was very influential. We all remember as a kid, I still remember sitting there watching and seeing a dinosaur for the very first time on the screen. So it always inspired me, saying it'd be so awesome to what's in your head to be able to present it to other people to see. And that's what my goal is.
That's what the goal and that the vision is. Definitely something I'm excited to share with my viewers out there. Viewers, let's take a look at the bottom of the screen right there. What you're going to see is his website. On the website, you can see all the virtual effects productions they provide, as well as their ebook you can purchase. I mean, check out dinosaur blogs, videos. I got quite a few things on there to share for you. I mean, this could very well be the way we watch movies in the future. And you learn more about it here with Denver Pictures. This is Gary Atencio with CNTV, and if you don't know, now you know.